How did this start? We kind of heard a little bit from the pastor's wife. She was talking about how she just saw you guys out here. But how did that happen? Why did you just decide to come out?
Well, it first started when we first heard about the protests in Richmond and the ones in Fredericksburg. And, we were like, where it needs to be, like, seriously protest? Montross.
Yep.
Montross. So we were like, okay, let's go Dollar General, get some stuff for some signs, made our signs. And, we were really nervous coming out here, standing out here in front of the courthouse. But we were like, you know what? We're going to do it. Yeah. So we came out here. Just us yes. With this literal, this was one of the first signs that we made. And we stood out here and just like that, people were honking and they were showing their support. And then after a while, a couple other people joined us and then, kind of just how it established.
And you did it again on Wednesday.
Tuesday we came out, because Sunday it went so well. We were like, you know what? If we can get the word out on Facebook or something like that, and we can get some more people out here, then that'll be great. And we did, and we had almost the same crowd that was out here today on Tuesday. So yeah.
Awesome.
Within a day's time.
Wow. Okay, so you first came out on Sunday of last week.
Yeah.
Just want to get my timeline exactly right here. And then on Monday you were like, let's put it on social media and kind of promote, and so then more people came out on Tuesday.
Yep, and it went down on Tuesday.
Okay. And earlier you said, where does there need to be reform? Well, Montross, what is it about Montross? What do you see here that needs to be reformed?
Montross, nothing has changed. Look, how long have I been here? I've been here since my 7th grade year in middle school, and nothing has changed. And, you talk to some of the older people here that's lived there their whole lives. This is the first time they've ever seen a protest happen in a really, really long time, if not at all. In Montross, everyone is set in their ways. They don't want anything to change. They love everything just the way it is. But that's not okay. Because, the way it is, it's country. They're people with their own minds, of course, with their own opinions, but very ignorant. Very uncaring and very, stuck in their little corner of the world and not concerned about what's going on around us, outside of our county lines. So we want to bring some of that inside peacefully, but bring awareness to what's going on globally, because this isn't just what's going on in the United States, it's global now. So.
And the result was a lot of people did want to speak and they had a voice. The result was amazing.
Everyone
didn't think people were going to come out, and they did.
Yeah. So would you be willing to share maybe a specific example or something that you've experienced, a story where you've experienced racism in this small town?
Where we experienced racism?
School. I've experienced it in school. I'm part black and white, but people didn't believe me. They thought I was lying.
Because you look white.
I don't look like the normal, mixed girl. So there's that.
Well, in this area, you see a lot of Trump signs, a lot of Trump supporters, who aren't afraid to let you know who they are and who they stand for and what side they're on. You know what I'm saying? So they'll make you feel small. It's simply from the color of your skin or your sexual orientation. They see that, because me and Mikayla, we are very public about who we are and what we stand for.
Right.
And they will make you feel small for those type of things. And some of the small businesses around here, they're very stuck in their ways also. They've been around a very long time, so they do have their thoughts and opinions. I'm not going to name any names, but this protest almost didn't happen today because of their small minds and, their opinions. So that's the one.
Yeah. So a lot of just negative comments, a lot from people. Are just
a lot of negativity. They won't be upfront. Most people won't anyway in your face about, their bigotry or how they feel. But, they do make it known.
It's really sad. So we saw that you guys made an effort to get state officials involved and the sheriff's department involved, and I think maybe some people might actually be like, why did you get cops involved in this? Maybe explain a little bit about why you did that.
Because it's our community. This is where we live. Who are the people that you call when you need help? Don't you want to be able to trust in those people that you are going to call when you need help? I mean, okay, I'm with the All Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter, because obviously any human person is going to say all lives matter. But in this moment, Black lives have always mattered a little less. And you need to get your community cops involved, because those are the people who are going to look out for you when you need them. Those are the people who you want, to hear their thoughts and opinions, especially if they're going to be, they're our protectors. They're above us. They're our law enforcement. Everyone needs to come together and be as one, especially in a community this small. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, we can't be divided in a community this small. We need to come together. So that's why I invited them out.
Yeah.
Because if we were divided, we aren't anymore. They marched with us. They joined us. They spoke with us. They protected us as we walked from the high school to this courthouse.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They wanted us to speak our minds. They wanted us to use our First Amendment right.
Not just the police officers. Our community is together now.
Yeah.
Everybody knows everybody now. So
everyone came out here. You meet people you lived right up the street from, like Pastor Kevin and his wife. They lived right next door to that first couple that came out to join us that first day and had no idea.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And yes, they're white and they're black, and they stood for the exact same thing. Yeah. So definitely, that's why law enforcement. It's good for them to come out and also meet people in the community. Yeah.
And how was working with them to get it organized? How were their opinions and interacting with you?
Mayor Hawkins was on board from day one. He was definitely on board from day one, because I feel like he knew. I feel like he knew in his heart what we wanted to do, and that we wanted to do it the right way. So he was on board from day one, and he got his deputies out here to join us. And it honestly wasn't that hard to get them to come out here and join us, because I think they understood. You don't want, you see how, the police and protesters are going at it, in different states and, in different places, not that far from here. You see how they're going at it. You don't want that here. If you see someone trying to do something as peaceful and as conductive and united as this, you want to be a part of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to be known as the person that, didn't want to be a part of it.
Right. So do you feel like there was a good turnout, like a good result? People were meeting
each
each other?
time there was.
Yes.
There was like one or two negative things, but more love than hate, definitely.
Yeah. And
time.
we definitely got more people out than we got Tuesday.
Yes.
It was mostly the same amount, but you know what? I'm happy. People are out here, they're together. I can count on more than 10 fingers how many people are out here, so I'm satisfied with it.
Yes.
It's awesome.
That's good.
Yeah.
Final question, and probably the most important question. What do you want to see as a result of this? What's the change that you're hoping to see that this will spark? And you could be as specific as possible. That would be great. Like if there's any legislation or anything like that. Or if it's just, bringing the community together, kind of like you said.
That's probably mine, bringing the community together in hopes that it stays as a community.
You mean like what were we trying to accomplish? Definitely to bring, awareness to the injustice that's happened across the United States for a very long time. This isn't the first time something like this has happened. A life taken unlawfully, innocently, for no reason. Nothing just anyway. So definitely to bring awareness to that, and definitely bring awareness to the lives that are undocumented. People that people don't know of. And hopefully legislation will change. Police reform, starting to make them responsible, for their actions, and hopefully it will stop brutality, at least a little bit. At least a little bit. And if not, hopefully this did something, bringing people closer together, a little love spread, hearts are a little warmer.
Yes.
Start small. Start it in your own backyard.
Yes.
Literally, because that's where it
change
counts.
starts at home.
Yeah. What would you want to say to somebody else who might want to put something like this together?
Use your voice, man. Don't be afraid to use your voice. You've got one. I've been saying that since the first day we came out here. When people asked us that question, like, why'd you go out in Montross and protest? You have a voice. Use one. You don't want to stir things up at home. You don't want things to change? This is the place where you should want things to change the most. Use your voice. It's that simple. Whether it's like putting it on a sign and standing out in front of a courthouse, or just going online and sharing what's going on in the world and keeping people aware and updated. That's it. That's all that matters.
All right. Well, that's pretty good. I mean, so I'll ask this question, and if you don't want to answer it, I get it. But what would you say to people who feel like maybe they don't want to use their voice because they're afraid of like controversy or just getting attacked, especially like. I'll just be honest, as a white person, I find it very difficult to use my voice because I feel like I can't win.
Okay.
So, like, I say something and they're like, well, where were you when it wasn't trending? And I don't say something and they're like, well, why aren't you saying anything?
Exactly.
And so it's like, what would you tell somebody? What can they do to actually be helpful?
Find people that are just like you and come together, unite, and become a stronger bond, a stronger force. Take me and Mikayla as an example of biracial, lesbian couple, in a honky-tonk county such as this. You know what I'm saying? Like, take people like us as examples and just don't be afraid. Just be bold. Because there's someone out there that's just like you that's afraid to use their voice, that want to do the same thing. And, just find those people.
Great.
Lean on them.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for answering our questions and putting this together.
Thank you.
Letting us be a part of it.
Of course.
Anything else? Wait, before you turn it off. Anything else you want to add? That's my catch-all. I always say at the end. Anything else that you want to say that's important?
You want to say anything, babe?
I think we said everything.
Happy Pride Month. Love is love. Love is love. That's all I'm going to say.
All right. There you go. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.
Of course.
Thank you. And then